Hello everybody, my name is Solo, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Poppy, Poppy Tower Defense. Because I wanted to talk to you guys specifically about the quest, because if you guys don't know, there's a quest for St. Patrick's Day that has the requirements of getting like 500 tickets, or not 500, geez, 5,000 of the like tickets to summon on the toy box, right? And then the other parts is like 50 wins, which again, if you literally just do like 1-1 over and over and over again, that's like the easiest thing imaginable. But then it also requires you to have a lot of coins. So people's initial thought, like mine was to go to endless mode, because you see endless mode and you think, okay, you know, how am I going to do this? Right, because with endless mode, every you can have it go to round 10 restart, right? But somebody in my comments, which it was a conversation between Racefox and Speakerman Gaming in my comment section, talking about the fact that when I was grinding normal raids, it gives 500 tickets. Now what they're talking about is, you would think they're talking about the tickets for whatchamacallit, for the like raid summon, which is not actually it, because a normal raid gives you about, I want to say, 20 of the like raid summon tickets. Gotta wait for this round to end. I already killed the boss, by the way. By the way, this is rough for me to set up, as you can tell by my 40 health. But yeah, what they're talking about is the actual like tickets for the toy box. They give 500 for playing raids instead of the like endless grind, which the endless grind gives you 400 in about, I want to say, almost an hour, where this one gives you 500 in an hour. Meaning, if we do the numbers, let me go back to lobby real quick. If I do the numbers real quick, because you guys know I like to calculate numbers. Also, if you're wondering how I have more energy than yesterday, if you guys didn't know, I have a habit of taking a nap in the middle of the day sometimes, and I did that today, so I'm actually feeling really good about doing YouTube stuff today, just because I'm not sitting there fighting myself. But yeah, we're now up to 1,000, because that just gave us 500. So originally it was about an hour to get 400 from infinite, right? Now we know that we can get 40 tickets in about a minute. Now that means it would take 100 minutes to get 400, meaning let me just go ahead and do this. So 400 minutes divided by 60 is, of course, an hour, about an hour and 20 minutes or 40 minutes. So yeah, about an hour and 40, or no, I'm not doing that right, because I'm rambling a little bit, but it's 40, and then it's for every like 2 minutes it's 40 tickets, meaning that in 20 minutes be 40 times, no, I don't want to trade, it'd be 40 times, let's see, it takes 2 minutes, so it'd be 40 times 10. So yeah, you get, in 20 minutes you get 400 doing the other method, whereas in 20 minutes here you're getting 500. So it's actually better to do raids, whether it be like the normal raid or not, which, by the way, I can only do the normal raid, just putting that out there. I cannot do anything above the normal raid, but if you do the higher raids you can get better XP and coins. But for me, it's not really super important, mostly because I'm just gonna have to get this 30,000 over time anyway. Yeah, that being said, our new standard for getting tickets is going to be through raids. And another thing about it is that With this, we're gonna have to somehow figure out how 30,000 is gonna happen. That being said, we do have some stuff to claim. Again, these don't count towards our goal, unfortunately. We do have some more levels in the past which we got, which was kind of neat. As far as enchants go, I don't think I looked at this. Yeah, so we have, okay, so they've renamed this. Thank you. Yeah, thank you to the devs for actually renaming this. Because if you guys didn't know, in CraftED, it was like these are all the same, right? And then you would get down to here, and it would also be the same. Like this one used to just be Outcast, and then so they've actually renamed these again too. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that we're actually at the point where they're, you know, listening to active feedback about that. But yeah, so that's the big thing, is going into raids, doing that. Now, again, I would recommend, if you have good units, doing the higher tier raids, just because the highest tier raid is going to get you 1,400 coins per play when you get done. And also there's a chance, of course, to get the catnap that's in there. Now, unfortunately, your boy hasn't been that lucky. Which actually, maybe I'll pop some luck potions and see if that does anything for me. You guys do not want to know how bad I'm doing on, yeah, CraftED. But it's like not even worth doing the regular, like, missions. Like, I really wish they would do the coin redistribution like they did in the CraftED a while ago. By the way, you guys want to see like a messy start for the raid? You should see how I start the raid, because for me, right, it'll flip around and then I'll go to put stuff down. I don't think I can do enough damage like consistently. Yeah, see, this is what usually happens when I start the raid. I don't know why it is. I just cannot do enough total damage to actually like hit those guys enough. That being said, I will probably get to the point where I can do enough damage. Like when I get her upgraded, she's going to be doing a lot of damage, so that's cool. But then we have another issue in the terms of we have to get more stuff down, like relatively quickly, or else I'm just gonna start taking mounds of damage. But once we get a decent amount of stuff down, we'll be fine. Anyway, yeah, let's get stuff maxed out here. All right, we're gonna put down some cats. Just get more damage out. But yeah, so a big thing with grinding right now is I'm debating with myself if I want to just save up to 200,000 coins on CraftED, because again, I have a weird feeling they're gonna do something like this game where they put a secret into a pack and it's gonna like cost them a lot of money. And if they do that, I want to be prepared if they do that. But there's also the sentiment of I want to also spend money on CraftED to see if I could get like a mutant, whatchamacallit, the mutant, why can't I think of it? Mutant Warden, that's what it's called. I've also opened a few of the modded packs, and I've gotten 2 out of the 4 units I need. And unfortunately, the 2 that I have are the 2 most common units. So I'm having a fun time. No, it's been fun. Like, I've had people message me about like the FNTD update next week, which I already talked about that. It needs to be good. It needs to be good, like a good update, a good new event, or else I'm gonna be a bit irritated, especially after like 2 to 3 weeks of quote unquote big updates. Like, I'm just kind of at the point where like FNTD needs to like stop dragging their feet and, you know, actually putting in content that people are gonna enjoy, and like doing new stuff rather than just putting in something that feels, again, it feels a lot more like they put it in for monetary value rather than actual gameplay value. Like, I feel like the soul summons very much like represented that, because it felt more like, oh, what would you rather, go and buy a unit or go and summon for this Apex that, you know, you could have a chance of getting, but, you know. And I was glad that they did like the whole present recycling and everything like that, which I still haven't tried to open for the Apex in the corrupted presents, but that's just me being busy with these games, because I've been playing these games like a lot, and me being an idiot completely didn't turn on 2x speed. So I forget things sometimes, I swear. We should be getting a quote unquote like reveal soon of what the next update for SpongeBob should be. Again, sorry if my prediction video was kind of here, there, and everywhere. Again, it was like 3 in the morning and I was just super tired. Like, I was sitting there like trying to fight my eyes not to close. And so I'm sitting there doing that while trying to think of what the next update will be. I still think it's Hall of Champions, just because it's been there for so long now. Unless they're fully focused on just doing PvP next, which I think is again, I think solely focusing on just PvP is kind of a bottleneck for the creativity of units, gonna be honest. Like, look at what happened with FNTD. They had PvP for quite a while, and then I think it was like a singular update came out, and they had to disable PvP for like a while, all because like of some update that they did that like broke, and then PvP started acting weird and broke, and yeah. All I'm saying is just be careful adding PvP, and also don't make PvP your prime directive either. Like, you're making a tower, like you have a tower defense game, not a Clash Royale game. Like, people originally started playing that game in PvE, and a lot of people are gonna still be latched on to PvE, and that's one thing that like in modern gaming will irritate me, is when a game like does not offer a PvE alternative for a game. Like, for example, if you guys have ever played Call of Duty, which common theory suggests that some of you may not have, just because, you know, age restrictions, stuff like that, but there was a mode, or for most of them, there's usually like a zombies mode or like an alternate mode. I think the last one that didn't really have a mode like that was, I think, around when Warzone dropped. And even then, like, there was modes like DMZ and things like that. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I like PvP modes that let you play PvE because it's fun to like do missions and like have a depth of stuff, you know, rather than just, oh hey, you're playing team deathmatch, get the get points to win the game. Like, yeah, well, that's fun. I actually have like over the years grown out of my PvP phase for like games. Like, I used to be an active Rocket League player. Like, when I say active, I mean I used to play back in like a while ago. I used to play like trying to be competitive in Rocket League, which, by the way, for the sake of like everybody's sanity, don't do that. It's like it's a lot trying to learn everything in it. It's a lot. It's taken me up until having like, I want to say like a 2-3 year hiatus to actually be able to be okay at the game rather than like just grinding nonstop, because I don't know why, it's just the way that my brain works. I'll try super hard to learn something, can't learn it for the longest time, and then I'll take a break and then somehow just be fluent in it. Back when I first played like modded Minecraft, that happened to me. I used to be really bad at modded Minecraft. Like I used to like stress out about like getting everything sorted in a certain way and this, that, and the other. And nowadays I'm just like, oh yeah, here, let me make this generator to just generate as much power as I feel like. It's fun. Yeah, also somebody said another comment about Team Blackstar. What was it? No wonder why they can't focus on one game. Both games are owned by Blackstar. Do you not realize like Blackstar is absolutely carrying like content for both of these games, while like bigger and like larger studios, like for example the people who do SpongeBob TD and FNTD like are releasing maybe 1 to 2 characters. These guys are pumping out like 4 or 5 character packs every week almost, and if not that, there's usually like an exclusive unit or something like that. So yeah, you can say, oh well, you know, the game, because I know some people were upset that Endless got bugged for Craft TD, which it did get fixed, I believe, the same day. I just didn't cover it because I was too tired. But like other than that, like they're still very much trying to put out like decent content and decent, cool looking units. My new favorite is still the buff Steve that's in the new pack that they released that's currently for Robux. It just looks so goofy. It reminds me of like the Mega Chad meme. That's what it reminds me of. But yeah, you can definitely tell that like days like today I have like a bunch more time. I also like have a bunch more energy and can actually like sit down and play. I'm still upset I don't have a raid master yet. I have done so many raids and I am just like over here like, so what do I do now? Like, yes, I could sit there and like try my hardest to do achievements, but again, I want to have a better setup, and I don't know if I want to like, I think what I'm gonna do is like have my base amount of gold always be 200,000, and then anything above that I'm just gonna spend on trying to get the mutant keeper, because once I get like mutant keeper, raid master, I'm just gonna send them into these like really hard stages and see what happens. I hope that Craft TD soon makes a new raid. I'd love to see them have a new raid, just so then there's like either a new unit, or maybe even do what they did with this game where they made a whole like box 4 units from the raid, making it so then if you play, and I'm hoping they make it so it's you play any raid, because if I want to go back and play like the raid master raid, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, just one of those things I'm just trying to figure out exactly what their next steps are. Same with like a lot of games, like I want to wait for an update for Plants vs Zombies Tower Defense, just because I want to see what they're gonna do in their first update, and like if it's gonna be like super decently big or what have you. But yeah, look at that, 20 tickets, 700. That took 12 minutes. Oh yeah, 100%. That's like the best method for getting the tickets. 100%. Like I think is raids just like the best content to farm in the game now? Because like it seems like it. Like I'm already at like almost 1,000 coins because it gives 700 every run. well, with a coin doubler, it's 700 every run, I should say. I am gonna claim this. I'm also gonna claim that. And do I have any other endlesses that I need to do? No. Let me check who's in the summons. Okay, Yarnaby is in the summons. Also, Ami's in the summons. I might wait for it to reset because I want to get the other mythic. Actually, do I want to do that or do I want to try to save for this one? Because apparently this character's good, from what I've heard. Also, still want to see if maybe at some point I can get her, but that's that is a pipe dream, because it would mean I'd have to save up like almost all my coins until I can get her. But she is a secret, so. But yeah, 12 minutes for 500 tickets and 700 coins. Let's see. We'll do our final calculations and then we'll wrap up. So 500 tickets, right? Because you need what, 5,000? Means you have to run it 10 times, right? Well, 10 times 12 is 120 minutes, which is roughly the same amount of time I was calculating the other day. That's about 2 hours. Honestly, I'm fine with that, to be honest. And then this is where it's going to get nuts. So to get 30,000, divide this by 700 is 42. You have to run it 42 times. So, or I'm just going to round up to 43 because it's a big number. So 43 times 12, and then divided by 60. So 8, oh geez, that's still 8 hours. And to be honest with you, once you get like better units, you can start doing like the higher versions where it is 700 base. So then you're doing 1400 per run. So the 30,000 would actually be divided by 1400 instead, making only 21, but still it'd be, still be 21 times 12, which divided by 60 is about half the time. But yeah, so it sounds like raids are gonna be your best choice when it comes to getting all of your stuffing, getting all that done. Plus, during those raids, you're also getting wins, which is a big plus, because that means you're gonna be able to get more and more stuff. And of course, we're gonna grab all these. Yeah. So let me just make sure I'm grabbing all of my stuff here. I am. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I just want to point out that raids are probably going to be the way to go moving forward, which I figured they would be for coins, but now that I know that also tickets drop from it, I think I'm going to be farming up raids. Anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, as always, hit the like button, comment down below what you guys think about all of this stuff. I don't know how I feel about the Lucky Player. I haven't dealt with it yet. I hope eventually I do get the purple catnap. I'm just gonna call it the purple catnap. Don't know what it's actually called. Because isn't this one just called cat? Yeah, it's literally just called cat. But yeah, I think that's probably where I'm at. Is I'm hoping I get the purple catnap. But I'm glad that they're kind of coinciding raids with like being a like higher thing, right? Being like, this is where you're gonna get the most resources. It kind of makes sense because it's like the like highest difficulty thing you can do. I'm gonna pop those. Also gonna pop a damage potion. But yeah, anyway, if you guys of course enjoyed and want to help out the channel, hit the subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I think based on how things are going, I don't know why. By the way, I do not know why my thing is glitched out. But yeah, with how things are going and how awesome you guys have been, we should be able to hit that. But doesn't hurt to ask every now and again. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.